Canon is like Sony's younger brother. They're younger, dumber, worse at dancing, worse with women, more successful. That's a big one. In general, Sony makes the superior spec'd cameras, but Canon has a loyal fan base like they were rockers in a midnight concert that you can't forget when you were a teenager. You had those pills, vitamins. But Canon seems to be catching up, if not leapfrogging, Sony alien technology. I believe they had a boardroom meeting to gloat about it. Alright fellas, our business strategy of waiting and copying other people's technology has finally paid off. We lead the industry in every category. We're the best company ever made. Should we even bother trying anymore? Like, we're the best. Boss, don't forget what got us here. The blood and sweat of our workforce. We're inventing shit. Best Canon colors you ever seen. Let's try once more. We'll beat Sony. We'll crush their neck. Crush their necks. I like your early morning enthusiasm there, Johnson. Stay out of prison if you can. That's your first goal. Let's release a new camera. Sony just released that A1 piece of shit. They combined every piece of technology they had, high megapixels and high frame rates, 8K that doesn't overheat. It's a bunch of bullshit. We could beat it, right? We could, just not yet. We need a placeholder camera, like a pretend flagship type of thing that it's better than anything we have. It's not the best we could have. It's not an R1. In 15 years coming to a theater near you. Just like something really good, but not too good. Is that what you want? So like a budget flagship that costs more than any flagship has ever costed? Can we do that? We can actually. I hate to alarm you, boss, but our team just stormed Sony's building, looked in the basement, there was a box. It had an A9 sensor in it. We took it. We took it. And now we're pretending that we could make it. Johnson, are you telling me we're now capable of Sony 2016 technology? Oh, what could we do with this? Okay. Scratch everything. Scratch something. Scratch my arm. Ow, fuck you. We make the A9 mark Canon. Canon color science, Sony technology, speed, eye autofocus, laser beams. Do we have lasers? My arm's bleeding. I'm gonna leave the meeting early.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So Canon made a bunch of announcements today. Some interesting stuff. Canon R3 budget flagship. We got a 16mm Tony 2.8 vlogger lens. Light, cheap. Focus breathing? Nobody knows. Maybe. Probably. 100 to 400 super light Tony 8 darkness wanderer lens. It wonders what happens in the darkness because it can't see it. But it doesn't mind. Doesn't have to see. It's light and cheap. So let's break it down. The Canon R3, $6,000. American. I don't even want to know the translation. I feel for y'all in Europe where it's like more euros, even though your dollar is like more. How does that math work out? Oh, here it is. It's like it ends up $1,900,000. Thing weighs a kilogram and 15 grams. That's how you say those weights. That's heavy. That's a integrated battery grip. I don't like that. Sell the separate grip. The EM1X did it. Like, what are you doing? That's heavy for vlogging, which this is designed for clearly with 6K 60p RAW. Does it really do that? I didn't see it in any of the reviews, but it's like on the spec sheet. And first, thank you so much, DP Review, for your just integrated, technologically advanced video specs that just so well informed. Now I know exactly the frame rates and the slow-mo, everything. Thank you so much for caring about video that much to put that amount of effort in. Thank you. But I heard somewhere that it does 6K 60p 12-bit RAW internally. What are you doing? That's insane. The A9 didn't do that with the same sensor in the box in the basement. Why not? But with this stacked sensor, 120 frames per second in 1080p, it does 4K 120, but then 1080 240. It's worse resolution, same frame rates. You're stacked now. No, I don't know what it means. It's faster though. It could do 240 frames. I'm waiting for 480p here. Just normalize that, somebody. I need it. I notice on the slow-mo footage, 240 is not enough sometimes. It's nice, but not enough. The best thing about this camera, 3.2-inch, 4.1 million dot screen. I've never seen it. I can't even believe it. The Panasonic S1H had like a 2.2 million. I was blown away. Blown by men. And then now you're doubling it. You doubled it. Not that I'll need it, but man, could you see something in there? It's a fantastic one. It's like the Sony A7S III giving me this, 1.4 million dots over here. What could I see? When I'm out trying to focus peak, nothing. Now before you get too excited about Canon eye autofocus, eye detect with beams, LED lights pointed straight at your retina, do you want eye cancer? Because that's what that will guarantee you. It'll at least increase the odds by 75%. Just holding a computer, a supercomputer up to your eye in general, bad news. You saw my why all photographers wear glasses videos, because you're damaging your eyes. Every second beaming radiation, proven by Scientology. Don't even try to argue it down below, I'll kill you. Now you have something that actively points beams at your eyeball, tracking it. What are you doing? You think, oh, that's great technology. Who cares what the downsides are for humanity? You're going to be blind as a bat in 3 weeks. And it doesn't work in video, because videographers don't matter. We scour the sidelines, waiting for crumbs of photographers. They do bring a lot of bread, so we are well fed, that's for sure. But we're sad inside. We're not included at birthday parties, weddings, funerals. We get the invite there, but it's a sad place to be. We fit in because we're crying already, and we wear black because we're depressed and gothic. Sad. Just help us. Help us. And Canon finally did away with their 30-minute recording limits. Like, this thing is fantastic. I would probably lean towards it 100% of the time over the Canon R5 or anything Sony makes. It's 6K RAW, 4K RAW, I think. Don't quote me on that. Canon colors. Best screen in the business. Decent autofocus. It's huge, but you have it as a studio cam and never leave your house. If it's me right now trying to decide between the R3 and the R5, they're both so expensive that at that point, like another $1,000, who cares? R3 has the better video. Technically, its 4K is just as good, which was fantastic, oversampled from 8K. You don't need 8K, it has 6K, I think, don't quote me on it. It has everything better. Doesn't overheat as much. Unlimited recording, kind of, 6 hours. Thank you, Gordon Lang. All my info comes from Gordon Lang. He did a vlog test on it. For some reason, he used the 24mm and not the 16. That's fine, even though he had it. He had it in the bag. This is what Gordon Lang sounds like. He's from South Africa. If I was considering the Sony A1 versus this, do I need 8K? No flippy screen? Robot-like cold fingers probing your rectum at night? I think I go Canon all the way. I want to sell this right now. I have a dead pixel somewhere. Can you see it? It's a bunch of bullshit. I can't fix it and know the date. Someone tell me how to... You change the date, it refreshes the pixels. It doesn't get rid of it. It helps everybody else but me. Everyone's like, oh, thank you so much. It fixed it, yes. And I'm like, it didn't fix me. Nothing I do here. Taking pictures with the lens cap on, the body cap, nothing. Help, help. $6,000. It's a dead pixel. Why? So looking at this Canon R3, I'm wondering where's the cripple hammer been? Usually he's all over those cameras. He's... Oh, that's so sad. Oh man, they didn't let you in the factory? Oh man, you have the virus? Oh God, that's gotta hurt. I mean, so many survive it, it's just like a... So what are you doing later? You working on something? Maybe a new Canon EOS M camera, they'll let you in to look at it. You can take a little chip off. You'll be fine. Someone will hire you. Pentax. How come there's no 240 frames per second in the slow? But I tell you, I'm impressed with this thing. Like, it's gonna have better IBIS than Sony, animal eye detect in video. Like, what's not to like? The thing, there's no C-Log 2. That's their good one. Why? But whatever. It's $1,500 million, but it's a good buy. It's a good, I want one. Never gonna happen. Especially since once you spend $6,000 or more, you guarantee nothing. That there aren't dead pixels everywhere. How? Where is it? It's up in this region. You can see it on black. Someone fix it. Useless piece of shit. When you stop down to Tony 16, it disappears. Why? Just immediately. What the hell? When it comes to the 16mm Tony 2.8, $300, 165 grams, super light vlogging option, very wide, enough Tony. It's not like a super Tony lens, but it's enough for outside. You might even want to stop that down to Tony 4. It's fantastic. But 43mm filter thread? Who even makes anything that size? It's like 49, you might be able to find something. We're looking at step-up rings, variable NDs, front heavy, and the element's weird, it comes out. Is that what the filter is attached to? Could you even attach a filter to it? Will it bump into the filter, shattering it on impact? These are the questions. And then does it focus breathe? It probably will, because every RF lens does. So that's a nightmare. Not many get around that. I think Panasonic has a few. The odd Zeiss is okay. I touched the mic. Oh, that was a big spike. But up until now, the 15 to 35 was your only wide option, and it's so heavy and expensive. I see that thing used on Kijiji for like $2,900 still. It's like, what? But now we have it. So boom, you boycott that lens, get the 16, and then maybe the 50mm 1.8 for the studio, a little more magic. And then for wildlife, you got yourself a 100 to 400 Tony 5.6 to 8. 8 Tonys in one house. Will they clean up after themselves? Probably not. It's gonna be a dark house, they shatter light bulbs, no one can see a damn thing. But when I tried the 800mm Tony 11, it was good enough. It was good. I still got separation. It looked good. Like, you're out wildlifing in broad daylight, right? You're not a creep at night trying to get owls and hawks. The creepy crawling things come out, lizards and shit. You want to get bitten? It's too dark anyway. Like, why would you be there? So bright daylight, it's like you kind of want to stop down anyway for shutter motion blur friendliness. But to have a 100 to 400 that's only 630 grams, I have no notes down there. You don't know what you're looking at. $650? That's $1 a gram. I like those odds. Because even APS-C lenses, like the Fuji, is like over a kilogram. Like, we're talking almost twice the weight for a cropped sensor. It reaches further, obviously. Crop factor. I know math. But even Olympus, 100 to 400, twice the cost, twice the price. Twice the cost, twice the price? Oh man, then one of those should have been weight. So looking at what Canon's released today, I'm like, bravo. I didn't clip my audio. Finger claps. Wow, Canon stepped it up a notch. They now have like a drool camera that you wish for. Couple lenses that are cheap and affordable to buy with your super expensive camera. That's stupid, but whatever. I'm impressed. I wish I was a Canon fanboy. What could I sell to get a Canon camera here? Nothing. The Fuji. I got wood for the Fuji. That sounded sexual. So well done, Canon. 24 megapixels is plenty enough. At least probably most of them won't freeze and die like Sony pixels. They get too hot. Too hot. So let me know what you think. Is Canon finally catching up to respectability? Plus the usability and killer science of the past? Fusing with a new bright future ahead? Not bad, not bad. Thank you for buying an I Suck at My Job t-shirt. Available down below, and thumbing up the video is fun. And subscribing is fun.